Hello and welcome back to ClickFunnels 101, Introduction to ClickFunnels. In this section, we are going to build a simple 5-page website. And the reason why you may want to do this with ClickFunnels is so that you aren't duplicating efforts with having to worry about a managed or self-hosted WordPress site. You can do all of this within ClickFunnels. You can actually create this type of content pretty fast depending on your content. This can be a good opportunity to spend all of your money in one place. If you decide to go this route and you build a complete website through or with ClickFunnels, you don't need to worry about having a WordPress site. You don't need to worry about hiring a WordPress developer. This can save you some time, energy, money, and frustration, especially if you don't have a web development background. So what we're going to do in this section is we're going to build a simple 5-page website using ClickFunnels. We're going to build an About Us, a home page, a product page, a blog, and a Contact Us page. All right, so each one of these is going to have its own unique video. If you are only interested in one or the other, feel free to jump ahead or go with me step by step. All right, so I will see you in the next video. Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to start building our website, starting with the home page. So to do that, we are going to hover over ClickFunnels and we are going to click on Funnel. The next step is to add a new funnel. And we are going to choose the classic funnel builder. And we're actually going to create a custom funnel, and we're going to name this Udemy website. And we're going to call this UDW or Udemy website, and we're going to click build. And again, this website can take the place of a WordPress site. Really can do just about anything. It can collect payments. It can do the whole thing because it is a website. So what we're going to do is we're just going to select a basic website here. And there's a few things that we want to do. First, let's go over to publishing and let's change this to homepage. So we'll call this home, update, and we can even change the path. So if we go to path and we type in home, update funnel, right? So as you can see, that says home. So if someone would go to alstongodbolt.clickfunnels.com/home, it would take them to this page. If we go over to settings, we want to make sure that we add the domain. And let's see if we can change this path. Let's change it to website. Let's see what happens. Right, so now if we visit the funnel URL, it starts off as website, but then it changes to the original opt-in page, which is quite okay. So what we should do, or what I would like to do at this point, is I want to clone this step 4 more times so that we have the framework of our page set up. We can either do that. Actually, let's go in and edit the page first. I'm going to show you why in just a moment. So we're going to go in, we're going to edit this page, and we're just going to delete everything out. So we'll go manage again. We're going to delete, 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 delete. So now we have our clean slate. We are going to add a wide here. We're going to add 1 column. And then within our column, we are going to add a paragraph. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to have home. We'll say product 1. We'll say blog, about, and contact. Now the reason why I'm doing this is going to be the framework of our menu. So what we're going to do is we're going to increase the font size there. We can go in and change so what we could do is we can make each one of these links, hyperlinks. So when someone clicks on them, they would go to the associated pages. So we could just do this. Now this isn't something that you necessarily have to do. And what you could do even on top of this is add a logo. So if we had a logo that we wanted, we could put the logo on top or even to the side here via a 2-column and go from there. But what we're going to do, we're just going to leave it here for now. The next thing that we may want to do is we may want to add a header. We could say, welcome to Ted's plumbing service. And then below that, we could add a subheading. We'll say plumbing since 89. All right, so, but again, this is the basic framework. Decrease font size here. And we could make this a little bit larger as well. And we could even add in our tagline, Ted's Plumbing Service. If we can't plumb it, it doesn't need to be plumbed, I guess. But if we continue on, now we can add in some text. And we can do this one of two ways. We can create a new row, and that actually might work out a little bit better. So what we're going to do is we're going to do one row, then we're going to do one column, two columns, one column. And the reason why we want to do that is so that we just don't have a wall of text. So let's do one column, and we would add in some basic content. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some content from a plumbing website. Plumbing. Just so that we can get an idea of what it looks like. All right, so I'm going to emulate basically what this website looks like. We are going to rebuild this without this side area here. I mean, we could add if we wanted to, but I don't want to. So to do that, the first thing that we're going to do, since we created a new row and a new column, let's do a heading. And I'm just going to copy and paste it over. So we have that. We could even left justify it if we wanted to. What we could do is we could change the background if we don't like the background color. So let's change that to white. And beneath that, we are going to add in a new, copy this, and we're going to do paragraph. Paste that in. And the purpose of this is just to show you what a completed website would look like, a completed homepage would look like, so that we don't have to worry about reinventing the wheel. And what I'll do too is I'll put a link to the website that I have lifted all of this from. Now that we have basically the first part, the rough outline, the next step is to create this section. We need to create a 2-column row. So we click add new row, and we're just going to do 2 columns here. And when we do that, that enables us to basically greater emulate this website. So I'm just going to save the image, and we'll save it there. I'm going to add an image over here. Click image. And I'm going to upload the image as I did before. Grab that. Click add image. Whoops. So that is that. And then we can just adjust the size here. And then over here, we're going to add kitchen. So we'll do maybe like a subheader kitchen. We'll send that to the left there. And we are going to do a paragraph, and then we can also do a bulleted list. And if we wanted to get even more detailed and cute about it, we could make it a 2-column list here as well. Or one thing that we could do is we could adjust the size here and then make it a 2-column list here. There's a number of different options that you can do. Really, it just depends on how creative you want to get it. If you're just looking for something basic, kind of like this website, it can be basic. It can be quick. The purpose is to help you make money and not necessarily spend a lot of time on a website or developing a website unless you really, really want to. So I'm just going to leave this as is, and actually I'm going to link this website so that you can see and compare for yourself. And I'm just going to hit return here, paste that in. I'm going to link that as so. All right, so if we click save and we click preview, all right, so that's a pretty good starting point. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go out, and now we're going to start building up the other aspects of your website. So in the next video, we're going to start building those other pages, and then we're going to all connect it all together so that there is no issue and it works seamlessly just like a regular website. So we'll see you in the next video. In this video, we are actually going to fill out the other 4 pages of our website. So we still need a about us, a product page, a blog, and a contact us page. So we're going to do that quickly, and we're going to do it just like we did with our landing page, where we're basically going to duplicate all of the pages, but then the next step will be to integrate the various web links for our web pages so that when people click on the menu and they click on the different links, they actually go to the right places. So let's go ahead and do that. We are going to clone funnel step, and we just need to do that 4 times basically. Home, and then we're going to click on add to funnel. Then we are going to clone this again. We're going to click home, add to funnel, add to funnel. We'll do that again, clone, select it, add to funnel, and then we've got 4 of them. We just need to do it one more time. Now that we have the 4 added, the next step is to change the names, and then obviously we have to connect the URL. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on this first one, and then I am going to simply name it. If I go to publishing, I'm going to name it, let's call it About Us. And then we're going to call this About Us. Click Update. And we're just going to do the same for each one. What I'll do is I'll fast forward after I have all 5 of them with all 5 names changed, or all 4 names changed, and then I'll show you how to integrate them with the correct links. All right, so now that I have all of these changed to the correct name, so we have a home, about, product page, blog, and contact us. So what we need to do is we need to get the URL for each one and add it to each one. And to do that, basically what we're going to do is we are going to copy URL to clipboard, and we're going to go to contact us. And what we won't do is we will add links for the other 4 web pages, just not to the page that we're currently on. So right now we are on, I believe we are on the, let's exit here. So right now we are on the About Us page. What we'd want to do is we want to make sure that when they click the About Us, that it doesn't go anywhere. And to do that, we're just going to click link, and we're going to leave that hashtag or pound symbol as is. So if they want to go home, we're going to click the link button, and we're going to add in the actual link to that website. So if we do that and click save, and then if we click preview, this is our about page. If we click home, it should take us to the home page, but we really can't tell that anything is different because the pages aren't changed yet. So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to show you how this works for the first page, and then I'm just going to kind of fast forward because this is kind of tedious work that you don't really need to watch someone do. What I will do though is, just so that I know which web page is which, I'm going to change the heading. So I'm just going to do that real quick. I'm going to go edit page, and I'm just going to type About Us, and I'll do the same for the other one. So we'll say About Us, click save. And again, I'm going to do that for the product page, the blog, and the contact us. Right now, I believe I am in the product page. We'll say our products / services. So we'll save that. Go blog. And we'll say get the latest info. Whoops. Info. Click save there. Go out. One thing that will probably make this a little bit easier is if you copy the URLs on a notepad or some other document, so you can quickly just copy and paste once you get into each individual site, so that you're not spending a lot of time going back and forth. So I'm just going to edit this one to change it to contact us, and then we'll go through. I'll fast forward through so that you can kind of see what this looks like. All right, so we'll click save. We'll exit out. Now each one of our pages has a label, with the exception of home, because you just kind of know. So as you can see, it says contact us. This one will say blog or something similar. Product page says our products and services. About us says about us. And then the home just has the blank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy each one of the URLs down to a clipboard. And so when I go into each individual one, I can just kind of copy and paste and save myself some heartache. So the next time you'll see it, everything should be configured as normal, and I'll take you through the associated sites. All right, so I went ahead and I connected all of the pages together. So if we click on one, it should take us to each one of the pages, which will make our life a little bit easier. Obviously, the only thing that changed at the top is the heading. That's because I didn't add any contact. The other thing that we would need to do, and we would need to do this for each individual page, is we need to go into settings and we need to change the SEO metadata. And just like with our landing page, we should probably put a little bit more information, like a home page. So again, when someone looks at the top at their tab here, it'll say home page and it won't say, whatever the template is that we used. Obviously, you want to add in a little bit more information, add in an author, and so on, because this can be found through search engines. And you don't want this to turn potential customers off because it's not filled out correctly. So as you can see, the home page changed here. If we click on the next one, which is an About Us page, it is going to show, if I click edit, it will show squeeze page at the top, and we want it to say About Us. So again, we would just go into settings, SEO metadata, and we're going to change squeeze to about, and then click save. So we would do that for each one, and that's really it. So that's really everything that we would need to do. Obviously, when it comes to the About Us, the product page, and the contact page, we would want to change and configure it as needed to represent our business and brand. On the next video, I am going to show you how you can turn this page into a blog. So I will see you in the next video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can set up a blog style web page for ClickFunnels. So we are here at our Udemy website. We have the 5 pages already set up, and we have a special page for a blog. What we're going to do, and this is going to be a multi-step process, and we're actually going to use some of the steps that we used in the previous videos to create this. So what I want to do is I actually want to delete all of this. Actually, I can keep this. I'm just going to, yeah, let's keep this. I'm going to delete this though. And I'm going to delete this as well. Actually, I'm going to get rid of that as well. And then I'm going to create a heading, and we're going to call this, we'll say, what's new in plumbing volume 1. And I'm going to change this image size so that it's significantly smaller. So we're going to change this height to maybe 100. And what I want to do is I want to make this a little bit closer together. I'm going to change that to that. Let's see. And you're going to see in just a moment why I'm doing this. So I want this to look just like a real blog. So if we've got that, got that. And I could actually I can do one of two things. I could make this so that it's centered a little bit, like that. Or I could shrink the size of the of the image. So now that we have that, I'm going to click Save. I'm going to exit out. And I am going to go to New Funnel Step. And we're going to call this, what did I call it? I called it What's New in Plumbing Volume 1. And so I want this path to look just like that. All right, so we'll create funnel step. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over to miscellaneous. We're going to come down to, I'm going to type in blog. Let me see if it's there. Blog style. So we want to click on this. We'll select this as a template. And once that's all queued up, we'll just edit this page. Now, in general, the reason why you'd want a blog is, let's say you want to get found organically, and this is more for if you have like a nationwide brand or a product or service that you're promoting and you want to get found organically, you can use a blog to do that. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to save this. Let's assume this blogging content is pretty good. We'll say, what did I call it? What's New in Plumbing Volume 1, we'll call it. And I'm going to click Save. I'm going to exit out. And I want this funnel step URL. So if I copy this and I go to my blog, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add the links here. So I'm just going to link URL, put that there, and then same with this, link URL. Now the reason being is, let's say there are people that come to our site frequently and they want to be up to date on our latest information. We can have all of our blogs listed on this page so that they can cycle through. What we would do is I would just duplicate this multiple times. So what we could do is we could duplicate this 50 times if need be. And each one of these could link out to a different blogging web page. So if I click Save, and if I click Preview, if I click this, it should take me to the blog that we've created. This is the cleaner way to do it, because let's say we had 30 volumes, we could have all of our volumes listed in order. We'd probably want to start with our newest volume first, but it's a nicer way, and Google will appreciate that everything is kind of linked together. What we could also do too in this blog, if we really wanted to, is we could set it up so that we have arrows, like a next arrow to go to the next, or the next blog in the sequence. We could do that like right here. We could add like a sentence or two. Click here to see what's new in plumbing volume 2. But to summarize, and this doesn't actually take very long, you just have an image here and have a link to your actual blog in the title. And if you look, I've actually kind of modeled this after my website. If we go to alstongodbolt.com, now this is built with WordPress, so it's going to look a little bit different, but for the most part, it's very similar to what we have done over here. What we could do, if we wanted to, is underneath here, we could add in a short description of what the blog will be about. So I'll just reduce this here. I can make this left justified, and we could say this week's topics are ... And then we'd also have a link there as well. So this is actually looking pretty good. Obviously, we would have different images for each one of our blogs, but this looks a lot like what is done already here. If we wanted to get even more cute, we could add a button, just like the button you see on my blog. So again, we can click that. Font size, themes, we can change the button. What I'm looking for is sending it to the left. So again, this looks a lot like my WordPress blog, but we have done it completely we've done it completely within ClickFunnels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete these other ones. And if I click save and we click preview, there you go. This doesn't look too bad, and it doesn't look too much different than our self-hosted blog. Obviously, we could increase the image size here. Why don't we do that here? Let's see. Let's do 300. Okay. And we'll just adjust this. And let's see if let's change that to, let's change this to maybe 225. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Then we can adjust this so that it's centered. And then we can just duplicate this as many times as we want. And if I click save and preview, this is what it looks like. And it looks very much like this right here. All right, so in this video, we have created a blog, and we've actually set it up to get linked out to an actual blog. Again, the reason why you'd want to create a blog if you have a business is so that you can show up in organic search results. It's a good way to add content, add value to your customers, and get found organically and increase your reach. In the next video, we'll just conclude everything that we've done in this section, and we'll talk about what's coming up next. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And welcome back to ClickFunnels 101. In this video, we're just going to do a quick wrap up of everything that we've completed in the last section, and we're going to take a quick look at what's coming up next. So in this previous section, we created a basic 5-page website using ClickFunnels. We created a homepage, about, product, a blog, and a contact us page. Basically what we did was we created one page, we duplicated it all 5 to 4 times. Then we went in and we linked everything up so that people can navigate the site as if it's a normal site. And then the final step is we actually created a blog. We created a main blogging page, and then we created a bunch of mini blogs that link back and forth so that everything is clean and there isn't any issue when it comes to Google or anything of that nature. In the next section, we are actually going to build a sales page. Now, if you ever purchased anything online, there's a pretty good chance that you ran into a ClickFunnels sales page. Now, ClickFunnels sales pages are great because they're pretty easy to set up. You can do all sorts of things. You can do what's called order bumps or one-time offers, basically upsells, downsells. You can sell digital products so that the product gets sent to them automatically, completely hands-off. You can set up so that they get access to a membership site via the sales page. There's just a number of different things, and it's very helpful, very beneficial to learn this skill. So we're going to set that up. One of the things that we're going to need to do on the back end is set up or connect PayPal. Really, there are a number of different payment third-party applications that you can integrate, but we're just going to use PayPal. If you're going to use something different, it's pretty much the same process. In fact, PayPal might be a little bit more difficult, and I'll show you that in one of the upcoming videos. So in the next section, we are going to build out a sales page. I can't wait to get started.